Not so very long ago, well okay, 4 years ago, I was 6 months into my call here at St. Stephen Lutheran Church with all of you and grappling with what on the horizon was my first capital campaign and my first building campaign. And I remember we had just distilled this vision for a community life center to be built in the footprint of our old fellowship hall, music room, and nursery, and our original sanctuary. And it seemed really daunting, and I was concerned about lots of different things. I was concerned, for instance, would the congregation go along with me with this vision, tearing down sacred relics of our past? Would the congregation step up in faith, and would we pull together resources to make this kind of new vision and new future a reality? It seemed obvious to me that we really had to. I mean, God was filling us with people and new possibilities, and we needed to create space and an opportunity for the new things God was doing for us. But in the midst of that, I got to tell you, I was anxious, I was worried, I was really concerned about whether or not we could even pull this off. My first capital campaign, my first building, the truth is, I was filled radically with doubt, and now you saw me just emerge from the cafe, the St. Stephen Cafe here in our new Community Life Center. We're moving in here today on August 8th, 2012, and I'm looking at my anxieties and I'm thinking, you know what, they were all for naught. The truth is, God, through us, accomplished some significantly powerful things, and I got to tell you, I'm so very proud of how this building has begun to change our footprint in this community. Proud of what this building communicates to this community about taking risks in dangerous times. If you remember, in October of 2009, when our capital campaign, Raising the Roof of Faith, launched, we were looking at the worst economy in 4 decades. And yet, here we are. We gave faithfully to that campaign, and that initial money allowed us to capitalize, to catalyze the construction of this new building. And so we see ourselves filling with people of all different kinds. We're a radically inclusive place. I hear Isaiah in the background of my mind. I hear him saying, you have become my vision of the church. You are indeed a house of prayer for all nations. That's what we're becoming here at St. Stephen Lutheran Church. Many of you will relate with the process of discovering that you're pregnant with a child and the anticipation that comes with preparing for that, the arrival of that life. And I feel like that early metaphor is exactly what describes what's gone on here with the process of the Raising the Roof of Faith capital campaign, which gave us a startup capital to even begin to dream this dream. Endless conversations with architects and contractors, all of which have resulted in the building that you see behind me. And now we have the privilege of changing the metaphor. As parents so quickly figure out that the task of child rearing isn't pregnancy, it lasts for 9 months. The beauty of child rearing actually happens afterwards. And for as difficult as that process is, and as much as parents seem to lament that at times, the truth is that's where the beauty really begins. Watching a child live into its potential, its life, and all that is possible for it. That's exactly what we're stepping into now. And we transition from Raising the Roof of Faith, that capital campaign, to this conversation about standing up in faith campaign, owning this future, owning the possibilities that are inherent, not just in the new building, but the ways in which it's going to change the warp and the woof of our community. St. Stephen, I just need you to hear, as we transition from one conversation to another and celebrate this new building amongst us, that I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of what God has done through us this past 3, 4, 4.5 years of life together. But I'm also very excited about the next chapter and what it is God has in store for us. And I need you to hear this from me. God loves you, and you know how this ends. I do too.